and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Jo and I love making bookish content. For today's video, I decided to do a reading diaries video. I think I'm gonna start kind of a new series on my channel here where I take you along for my reading and take you through my day. It's gonna be slightly vlog style, but not like my typical vlogs with the voiceover. It's gonna be more of me face-to-face talking with the camera. I apologize for missing an upload last week. That was mostly due to midterms kicking my ass and also it being Thanksgiving here in Canada. So I was spending time with family. I was really busy. The other thing that I did on Tuesday was I got a new tattoo, which I was so excited about. It's in memory of my grandmother, which means so much to me, and I'm so happy to be carrying a piece of her with me. I think this is kind of helping me along in my process of grieving. It's beautiful to have her handwriting and to have a vintage pair of sewing scissors, which she taught me how to sew and she sewed all the time. My favorite reading blanket is a Harry Potter themed quilt that she made for me. There's also a flower incorporated into here because she always had fresh flowers, and then a purple thread going through the tattoo. Purple was her favorite color. It's healing. It's got the second skin on it, which I can take off in about a week. I also got a new Jellycat, which I absolutely love him. He's like a little bat boy, so he's sitting with my ACOTAR books up on my bookshelf. And I absolutely love the Halloween vibes that the little bat brings. Okay, now onto the book content. I will update you because I read a lot while I was at my parents' for the weekend. I have read 59 books so far this year, which means that over the break, I read One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, which I cannot even express how much I freaking loved both of these books. And generally when you have a duology or a series, the first book is always the best. It is always better than the second one, but they were both equally as good and they were both 5-star reads for me. So if you have not checked out this duology, I highly recommend that you go read this duology literally right now. It has such amazing characters with so much depth. Raven is one of my favorite male main characters that I've ever read in a book. The story was really interesting. The magic system was so unique and it was easy to pick up and follow. I definitely recommend this to anybody who's a fantasy fan because, oh my god, it was such a good read. I also read 2 Frida McFadden books over the break. I read The Boyfriend, which is her new release, and I also read The Widow's Husband's Secret Lie, which is her satirical novella. And The Boyfriend I rated 3 stars. It was pretty good. It was fast-paced. It was exciting. The plot was interesting. The characters were okay. It wasn't as engaging or as interesting as some of her other books, which is why I rated it 3, but I still overall really enjoyed it. I'm definitely in a big thriller mood. And then The Husband's Secret Lie, I rated a 2.5 stars. I just didn't like this one as much. I know it's supposed to be satirical and I know it's a short, quick read. It was entertaining. It was a quick read. Okay, and then let's finish this kind of portion of the video off with a little book haul. A little bit ago, I went and picked up Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I just finished reading Happy Place a couple of weeks ago, I want to say. And Emily Henry is slowly becoming one of my favorite authors. I picked up Book Lovers because this is kind of the next one that I have to read. I've read Happy Place, Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation, and Funny Story. I think this is one of the last Emily Henry books that I really wanted to read that I have on my list. Next, I picked up Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This edition of it has all of the text on the front in like a shiny silver, which I love. I have heard amazing things about this book. Everyone I've talked to has absolutely loved this book and has highly recommended it to me specifically, and I'm really excited to get into this. I picked up The Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Maher. Tell me I'm saying that right. Probably not. I am devouring this book. It is so good. It's so funny. while also having like serious themes woven in. There's a bit of a disclaimer in the front of the book. Essentially, it's about this girl named Evie, and she stumbles into the villain, who is the most wanted man in the kingdom, and she stumbles into him while he's getting chased, and he hires her because she's looking for employment. He hires her to be his personal assistant, and their relationship is so funny. There's so much good banter between the two characters. There's also a little frog character in this that is absolutely hilarious. I have been giggling through this whole book so far, and I'm really excited to continue reading it. Okay, so with all that being said, I think we are going to paint my nails. I want them to be spooky themed. I also want to fill out my reading journal because all the books that I read over the break, I haven't added into my reading journal yet, so we'll do some journaling. I really want to go see the Wild Robot movie. I am so excited for this. I've heard so many amazing things. I have such a deep love for the art and animation that goes into animated films. I think we're gonna go to that. The showing for that is at 3:30 and it's 1 o'clock right now. So I'm hoping we can get my nails and my reading journal done. Then we can go to the movies and then come back and just spend the rest of my day reading. I have a couple of hours where I'm going to be spending with my boyfriend today, but other than that, we have the whole latter half of the night to just read. I think today the focus is to do those things, finish this book, and then see where we are after that. I am just about to head out to go to the movie theater. We finished my nails. I'm going to go see The Wild Robot. I'm gonna get myself a big bag of popcorn. I love popcorn. It is my favorite snack. And I'm really excited. I love going to the movies by myself. It's just like a fun way to get out of the house for a bit and to go see something. I know that might be a little awkward for some people, but I don't mind. You're just sitting in the dark, quiet anyway, just watching the movie. I will give you guys a spoiler-free review of The Wild Robot when we get back. I wore a sweater to the movie theater because it's always freezing in there and it's also cold outside. But wow, that movie? Guys, if you haven't seen The Wild Robot yet, go and see it. If you love animated films and a heartfelt story, I think I cried like 17 times. just by myself, curled up, just like sobbing. The story was so good, like so unexpected, had so much depth, so many layers. The characters were so likable. The voice acting was extremely well done. The animation and the art in it is just, it was mind-blowing. It was on another level. There were just so many shots where my eyes were just like so wide open, taking in all the color and all the movement, and it was just such a special movie. I think it might be my favorite movie I've seen this year, period. I'm definitely gonna go see it again. That was just such an experience, and it was so good. I'm so glad I went out and did that. It made me feel re-inspired. I've been in a bit of a creative slump lately with school. I'm finding it really hard to create and to do my projects. It's like pulling out teeth trying to get me to do anything creative right now, which has been really hard on me, but I feel reinvigorated and re-inspired to pick up my pen again and do some art. That experience brought me a lot of joy. I sat there and just took in that whole experience, and I 10 out of 10 recommend that you guys go and do the same thing. I loved that movie. Now I'm going to go eat dinner, and I have some leftovers from last night. Then I am going to get super cozy. We're gonna set the vibes, and we are gonna sit down and power through Assistant to the Villain. I don't have to get up early tomorrow. While I do love having a routine, I'm feeling like it's a cozy night to literally binge read the heck out of this. I might get Metal Slinger on my Kindle because Emmy Rossum, if you guys don't know her, she's another book girly here on YouTube. I have loved every recommendation I've taken from her because I also really love fantasy like she does. I think I'm going to go ahead and download it. I believe it's on Kindle Unlimited. Let me just check. Okay, Metal Slinger is on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm downloading it now, and maybe that will be my next read because I think I'm still in a very much fantasy mood. Okay, reading update. It is now the next day. It is Friday today. I was going to stay up really late last night and finish reading Assistant to the Villain, and I had all the good intentions of doing that, but my body is just so in routine with a good sleeping schedule, which I am not complaining about, that I fell asleep around midnight, and now we are up bright and early today, so that's okay. I don't have class today until 3 o'clock, so I can read all the way until then, and then I'll probably do some schoolwork after class today. Last night I got to page 159, so I'm almost at the halfway point of this book. I think what we're gonna do is I'm going to make some breakfast. I have some strawberries in the fridge that I want to use up before they go bad, and some bacon. I think I'm gonna make a bit of a bigger breakfast. I also made some homemade ginger shots, which I have found have been helping out with my stomach so much. I basically blended together ginger, lemon juice, orange juice, turmeric, and coconut water, which are all have really good health benefits for you. So I blended all those up, and then I squeezed all the pulp out and put them into little shot containers. It helps like settle my stomach and helps with my digestion, and it's supposed to help with your gut health and all that stuff. So I'll have my Awala completely filled up with fresh water. I try to drink 2 of these a day. We're gonna start our hydration now. What? What is happening? I'm 245 pages in. I have about 100 pages left. And I'm not sure how this is gonna wrap up in 100 pages. I have to read this quote. She wasn't light, she was color. Every single one dancing otherworldly and bright over his unworthy eyes. She was the explosion of the vivid gleams and glows of the world around him, like a constant rainbow, shining not after the rain, but during. She was everything he never deserved but longed for anyway. He was ruined, but he loved her. I can't. This book. Chapter 49, the book has picked up a lot in the last few chapters. It was kind of like a slow start with like a bit of mystery going on. You're trying to figure out who's trying to betray the villain since they think there's a mole. You're just kind of going along with the story and kind of the mundane day-to-day of her just being his personal assistant. But the last few chapters have really picked up. There's like been a lot more action, more into magic aspect of the book. So I'm really interested to see where it goes. I don't have very many pages left, and kind of thinking we need to pick up the second book. I am gonna read Metal Slinger next, but I feel like I need to have the next one on hand because this was such a quick, fast read for me, and I feel like I want both of them in my library. Wait, what? I feel like this is the bait. They're making it seem like this person is the mole, but I don't know that they are. It's nice because they set up a lot of characters within their little office, so it could be any one of them. I officially completed Assistant to the Villain. This book was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a little slow at times. I think because of the comedy and the quirkiness of it, I think for me, the 5 stars is when it really hits you and pulls on your heartstrings. This one definitely had its moments, but It didn't quite reach the 5-star mark for me, and it definitely really picked up toward the latter third of it. First 2/3 kind of slow, character development, building up the plot, adding to the mystery, and then it really hits heavy. The last like third of the book is really fast paced and really grips you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick up the second one. I was just about to update my Fable with my rating for Assistant to the Villain, and they have 0.25 stars now. I am shocked. So I just said I was gonna rate this between a 4 and a 4.5, so that's 4.25, and I can actually rate it 4.25 in Fable. They also have a DNF button now, so you can click it if you DNF the book. Who would have thought? Fable is so much better than Goodreads in so many ways. I definitely recommend checking out Fable. This is not sponsored or anything. I just prefer the app so much more. Okay, I had a successful trip. I picked up Apprentice to the Villain, which has these gorgeous purple sprayed edges. I'm going to start this probably after I read Metal Slinger because I am hooked in the story. It ended off on such a huge cliffhanger where there was a bunch of action. So I'm excited to dive into the second book in this series. It's been a couple days since I last updated. I am about maybe 100 pages into Metal Slinger. I'm really enjoying it so far, but I was really still craving the characters from Into the Villain, so I did also start Apprentice to the Villain. I'm about 70 pages into this one, and then I'm still working my way through Metal Slinger. I unfortunately won't finish either of these ones in this reading vlog. You might see these books being read or finished in a future video, and I'll definitely do the monthly wrap-up. I think I'm gonna start doing monthly wrap-ups of like what I read for the month and my ratings and everything for the books that I read. You'll definitely be able to see what I thought of these two books and that one. Let me know if any of you have read either of these books, or let me know down below what you are currently reading. Thank you so much for watching and spending some time reading with me and doing bookish things. I really appreciate everybody's support, and I hope to see you in the next one.